leukemia, I understood risk professionally as a financial planner. And after that, the risk was very personal. Generating those profits and building the wealth are the same. They're not. Generating those profits doesn't mean that you are providing that financial security for yourself or for your family or your business, right?
In 2026, shielding an independent enterprise from sudden financial volatility requires moving past basic investment portfolios to engineer robust risk mitigation blueprints.
Empowering our next generation of girls and women is the most important thing at this point in time. I think we are almost there.
Hello everyone, this is Kripa Anand and welcome to the She and Success podcast, a national platform spotlighting powerful women who are shaping the future of business, leadership and impact across Canada. Here we bring you real stories, bold journeys and conversations that inspire growth, visibility and success. Today we are breaking down the advanced structural mechanics of corporate estate planning, multigenerational wealth optimization, and tax efficient asset protection. In 2026, shielding an independent enterprise from sudden financial volatility requires moving past basic investment portfolios to engineer robust risk mitigation blueprints, custom insurance holding strategies, and proactive legal frameworks that secure your family's future continuity. Joining us today is Amarina Singh, CLU, CHS, and the founder and president of Reach Financial Solutions, in partnership with Sun Life Financial. Amarina is an elite corporate wealth architect and financial planner specializing in customized wealth preservation for incorporated professionals, executives, and business owners across Canada. A resilient leukemia survivor, she blends elite macroeconomic tax planning acumen with a profound lived understanding of crisis management to build unshakable financial infrastructure for her clients. So, before further ado, let's welcome this very special guest. Amarina, welcome to the podcast. Such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much, Kripa. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Amarina, firstly, I've gotten to know a little about your story before this episode, and I'm just so inspired by everything that you've done so far. So, firstly, congratulations and
Thank
so
you.
much more power to you.
Thank you so much, Kripa.
Now, Amarina, many business owners, in today's time, they operate under this dangerous assumption that their health and corporate operational timelines will always completely remain stable. But that's not the case, right? So, please go ahead and share this story with me and our listeners. How did surviving leukemia change your view on corporate risk and purpose driven businesses? So, what's the story?
Thank you, Kripa. The day I was diagnosed with leukemia, I didn't even know what that was. And it's blood cancer, and 4 generations, there hasn't been any sign of cancer from both sides. And my life changed overnight. I want to say with one phone call. And so just a day before, my life was all about my clients, my business, the revenue targets. But at that very moment when I was diagnosed, I wasn't thinking about business anymore.
Of course.
It was all about thinking about my 5.5-year-old daughter at that time, and will I be there to see her grow? And how about my family would survive? We are a family of 3, and it was the whole life. And I was so before leukemia, I understood risk professionally. As a financial planner, I would talk to clients every day: protect your family, protect your business, protect your future, build that legacy, all of that stuff. But after this, it changed me, it really changed me. And And after that, the risk was very personal. I could really understand that what it feels. It's no more about money anymore. It's all about you, your family, your people, and whatever you've been working hard 24/7. It's at the end of the day, what is the purpose? What is my purpose behind it? That's what. So before leukemia, I understood risk professionally, and after leukemia, I would say I understood risk more personally.
Now, firstly, I know it takes a lot of courage to, even come out and share a story like this. So you are doing this. Kudos to you. When you're going something like this, of course, this is unexpected. So I'm sure the people around you make a lot of difference in, how that journey is going to be. So if you want to share, how was the support around you then? Like the minute that you received that phone call and the minute that you had to share this to everyone, uh, what was that like?
So, Pippa, I tell you, it was the midst of COVID
Mhm.
when I got to know, and it was over the weekend. I was the first thing Monday morning. I was in at the Princess Margaret, thanks to my immediate medical advisors and the community I built through my clients who are some medical professional as well, who helped me get the first appointment at Princess Margaret, which is one of the flagship hospitals, right? And right after that, I didn't had the time to think through what has happened. So, and I was amazed, and I'm so grateful that I built up some relationship, my friends, community, everyone came forward to help with my daughter. My husband just took that charge. We as women, we take unknowingly we take a lot of responsibility, but it was like, it was the switch around.
Right.
So he had to step up. He did what he did, I think, fabulous as a caregiver.
Yeah.
And honestly, as a family, we didn't have the time. And at that point in time, if you remember, my family back home, they couldn't travel because we needed the vaccinations to travel, all of that stuff. So it was like, so I honestly, 6 weeks, I had no idea where I was, because once the chemo started, and only opened my eyes after 6 weeks. I didn't have time to process and all, but I'm so thankful for the community, my friends who came forward, whether to help with my daughter, whether with the food, a lot of things. I am so blessed to have amazing neighbors as well. So after my first induction, I had, from the whole street, I had like this whole Uber gift cards, so that they could I don't have to worry about the food and all. And yeah, but long story, like, it was after 2 months, my mom was able to get through. She came for my just in time for my bone marrow transplant. But so I've been in the hospital between like almost 6 months in and out. And then the whole process of chemo cycles and the bone marrow, I did not know what to, I had no energy or the acumen to really think about what is happening, except for I was really worried about my daughter, wherein I got the peace of mind that my mom was there.
Mhm.
And so sad, I lost her 6 months ago. I'm so
Sorry.
yeah. So as a community, as a family, friends, I have been so blessed.
Amarina, firstly, again, thank you so much for, opening up and sharing your story. And I'm so sorry about your mother as well.
Thank you.
Definitely, I think the people that you, maintain relations with, be it personal, business, professional, I think when at moments like these and times like these, the support from them means a lot. And so glad that you had that with you. After this, when you came back to the business mindset, from that recovery phase back to the professional mindset, how was that switch? Because now that you had that experience of personal risk and what that looks like,
Right.
how exactly were you approaching business then? How did your first client meeting go then?
All I can say, the first client meeting was amazing. What I learned is that the financial planning is not about perfection,
Mm-hmm.
or actually the life is not is about resilience, and not being a perfection,
Yeah. Perfect version of
perfect
yourself.
version of what we have in our heads, right?
Yeah.
So So that was my thing. But honestly, because as a woman specifically, and I'm sure for men as well, like once you go through that life change, you have so many questions inside. But I want to share a story. I am so blessed when I went back, and so I took a full year of recovery, which was 2022, and that was the year the markets actually were really down. So I was in somewhere. I was like really scared as well to go back, and when I went back and I had a few of my client meetings, Kripa, nobody asked how the markets were, how my portfolio was doing, and everybody were like, are you okay?
Right.
And I'm so blessed that I built community around me within my clients. One of my clients, they did Sunday mass. They did take permission and they did Sunday masses for me. I'm a Sikh by background. I have some Sikh client. They said we did the full part. The prayers we do 3 days. I have some Muslim clients. They said I went to Dargah for you. We knew you'll be back, and that my first year coming back was my best comeback year. I was. It was. I mean, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for uh, uh, for the for the clients. I did not know I played that important part in their lives. So I was just thankful because I knew that I I was diagnosed with EML, which is like top of the line, and I normally joked about it. Anything I get, it has to be top of line, whether it's the leukemia. So I had mutation, so I had to go through bone marrow transplant otherwise, and I'm so blessed that I survived that. And I'm truly blessed and truly thankful for not only my family and friends, but the community who, like the clients who have become my family and who had all that, who did those prayers for me. And that is the reason I'm here sitting with you talking about it.
I think that is beautiful. This comeback story is, always the best part about anything. Uh, Now, Amarina, from your extensive experience that you've had in, dealing with so many clients, so many businesses, specifically when we talk about businesses in Canada, I'm sure you've also come across a lot of repetitive mistakes that you see businesses making all the time, right? So, from that perspective, what do you think are the biggest financial mistakes that Canadian businesses are still making that you would want our listeners to not make specifically in this year moving ahead?
One thing I will really highlight is most business owners specifically, they think that they have more time,
Yeah.
more time to save, more time to invest, more time to plan. But that is not the case always, right? Another thing which highlights in my career, and um, what I see is people thinking um, generating those profits and building the wealth are the same. They're not,
Right.
right? So because as a business owner, you have that passion there. You work hard, you make those sacrifices, you have everything.
Right.
But generating those profit doesn't mean that you are providing that financial security for yourself, or for your family or your business, right? So generating profits and wealth are very different, and especially when I see especially the women entrepreneurs,
Right.
they are always worrying about everything, their clients, the next opportunity,
Right.
their kids, their family. And we as women entrepreneurs, we have we are at the thinking about our financial security, we are at the bottom thing. So basically, I think these are the main mistakes when it comes to the financial aspect of things, that we think that we have more time, and we so basically any successful business needs the same. They know that it requires the same level of intention to build the wealth as generating profits.
Right.
And to have that, you need right advisors around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think you've articulated that very well, specifically in those last two sentences. From that perspective, also, if they want that advice, firstly, where can they come and reach you? So please go ahead and share your LinkedIn, or what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Emails,
Right.
and even if you just Google Reach Financial Solutions or Amarina Singh,
Right.
so you see a Sun Life, you can definitely reach out to us.
Right.
You can schedule a time with us. We have Instagram, we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is often the best way to connect with me.
Right.
So if you look at Amarina Singh or Reach Financial Solutions, so you can definitely connect through
That's
that.
amazing. We'll
Thank
also
you.
mention all the links down in the description below, so it's all good. To the incorporated physicians, enterprise founders, and family business owners who are watching and listening this. In 2026, leaving your corporate surplus exposed to aggressive passive income tax brackets or failing to install a clear estate layout, it's a massive risk to your life cycle earnings. Amarina and her elite wealth protection planners at Reach Financial Solutions are completely revolutionizing boutique financial strategy. Operating in direct partnership with Sun Life Financial, Reach Financial Solutions designs bulletproof asset preservation vehicles tailored explicitly to your corporate structure. Through her widely sought after educational workshops, Amirina strips away the confusion of capital gains transition, introducing sophisticated corporate owned life insurance and tax sheltered investment lines that allow your business to multiply cash overnight while guaranteeing your family avoids expensive probate bottlenecks. So, if you are ready to eliminate the financial blind spots and secure an unshakable, tax efficient roadmap for your business and beneficiaries as well, search Reach Financial Solutions today to book a comprehensive estate diagnostic. Elevate your capital security with the verified Canadian financial leader today. It's time for a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we'll explore why mentorship and leadership development are essential to creating lasting impact. Stay tuned.
At Purolator, we understand the importance of every delivery, whether it's a document, a special gift, a critical healthcare shipment, or an entire warehouse worth of inventory. Throughout our more than 60-year history, we've honed our expertise to build out a powerful portfolio of logistics services that enable us to deliver on every promise. Whether shipping across town or around the globe, from small and medium-sized businesses to industrial, technology, retail, and healthcare sectors, Purolator serves a diverse array of customers. So no matter what, where, or when you're shipping, Purolator's expertise, experience, and innovative solutions enable us to deliver on your promises.
Welcome back. Let's dive into how empowering and mentoring young women can help shape the next generation of leaders. Now, Marina, I want you to use this opportunity to educate our listeners about how can business owners use insurance and investments to transfer wealth tax efficiently.
So when we talk about these strategies, as a business owner, as I just mentioned about generating profits,
Right.
creating that wealth, building the wealth, then making sure you have you're funding the retirement, and ultimately, passing on the wealth, leaving a
To the
legacy,
next
right?
generation, yeah.
So these are like 4 phases of anybody's journey,
Right.
right? It's not one thing. It's one after the other. So when it comes to the profits, now you want to make sure, how do I turn those profits into the wealth,
Right.
right? That is where a conscious effort or conscious thinking is important, because you're looking at, how do I invest tax efficiently,
Right.
right? How do I plan strategically,
Right.
right? So that's where the investments and the insurance strategies come in play.
Mhm.
Then it is wealth accumulation. It's only one part of the equation, right? Then how do we use the tax efficiencies to create that tax efficient retirement income? Because we worked so hard to build that business, to build that life. That business is supposed to support us,
Right.
but we get so lost in just building that business and the profits that we forget about everything else, and we forget that there would come a time we will age and we would be forced to slow down, because as a business owner, I don't think so there's anything called retirement, right? So it's more financial freedom, but how do you keep more of what you have worked so hard for? So those are the tax efficient strategies which come in the play.
Mhm.
And then you have to, then these strategies also help you
Mhm.
convert those into legacy. How do
Right.
you transfer the wealth to the next generation? How you can even turn profits into charities, right? So all of that. So you keep more of what you make within your family and community, I'm very cautious to say, rather than just giving everything to the taxman in Ottawa. Yes.
No, definitely. We all get the hint. Uh, that was very insightful and so informational, what you just said, because I think awareness is the problem. Getting the right information across is the problem, right? Amarina, I'm loving this conversation today, and definitely we'd love for you to be back, hopefully for a deeper discussion that we do the next time.
Absolutely.
But before we let you go, uh, this is the last question that I'd want to end this powerful episode with. As women, we often walk into rooms that, are so male dominant. So I'm sure in your journey, you also must have. When you are in those situations, right, when you don't see other people like yourself who have the same seat at the table, what goes on in your mind, and what advice would you give to our women entrepreneurs who are listening to you right now? If you could whisper one thing into their ear, what would you say and why?
Um, it's unfortunate that we still are and like in 2026 we are still dealing with that, but I think we are much better than the decades I started. We still have a seat. We are very fortunate as women entrepreneurs to have that seat there. One thing I would say is invest in the next generation of women. That's what I completely believe in. Like, more you empower them. We always have that belief, like, and especially with like women, we need that permission to do that. We don't need permission. And as I had mentioned earlier, I have a daughter. She's 10 now. So, and I look at all these young girls and women who, if we can empower and if we can give them the tools that they can, we can give them the tools so we can actually look at stronger families,
Right.
stronger businesses as women entrepreneurs, because we just have to make sure that they get the confidence that they are allowed, or they can dream whatever they want to achieve, right? So
Right.
that's where I feel that um, empowering our next generation of girls and women is the most important thing at this point in time.
Right.
And I think we are almost there. And we men brings different perspective in our lives, and the women bring a different perspective.
Right.
And together we are, I think, as a whole, rather than I don't believe in this over the other. We all
Yeah.
go hand in hand.
Wow, that was a perfectly well balanced answer, Amarina. Today's episode was one of the most wholesome conversations I've done in a while. So thank you so much for being here and doing this with us. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. It was absolute pleasure having a conversation with you, Kripa. Thank you.
All right, that was Amarina Singh from Reach Financial Solutions, a masterclass in migrating away from unoptimized corporate asset structures, leveraging sophisticated insurance lines to automate multi generational wealth transfer, and understanding how purpose driven leadership anchors small business longevity in 2026. To all the listeners, thank you so much for listening to the She and Success podcast. To learn more about how we are supporting women entrepreneurs beyond the platform, please visit the She and Success Foundation at sheandsuccessfoundation.ca. And lastly, a very special thank you to our exclusive shipping partner, Purolator, for the ongoing commitment to supporting women entrepreneurs and helping them build, grow, and lead successful businesses across Canada. So I'll see you all in the next episode. Kripa Anand signing off.